Capricorn. Capricorns.
I love those Cadbury egg commercials back in the day, you know, with the little rabbit and the lion.
Going back to the whole Gemini thing like that, you know why I like Cadbury eggs? Because there's so much just, when you eat a Cadbury egg, this inside that fucking sugar, like that they, what is that middle like cream that they make? Fuck.
Some fresh creme fraiche.
Oh, I could eat those year round. I don't know why Cadbury just doesn't make fucking like billions and just be like, let's just put that out every fucking day.
Every damn day.
Like why just keep it only just for Easter? Like fucking just put it out all the fucking time. I need that shit fucking all the time. I used to fucking like buy those, and you know how they come like wrapped in the like aluminum foil, and I would literally just like bite the top off and then like drink the fucking shit out. Like it was just yeah, and just lick that shit out. It was like.
Do you like toaster strudels back in the day?
Yeah, they were all right. I mean, they were better than Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, Pop-Tarts cold are better than Pop-Tarts toasted.
Yes, because Pop-Tarts you can just eat whenever you want.
The cinnamon ones.
Yeah, and I was always the cinnamon ones. The strawberry ones were okay, and the blueberry one, but I like the cinnamons. Those are the best.
I gotta stay away from that shit because I'll eat them all.
What about so I never really got into Hot Pockets.
Oh, I used to eat the fuck out of Hot Pockets. The pizza ones, though.
Yes, I know. I mean, that was the one my mom always got us for my brother and I were kids. But my brother loves cheese so much. I don't like cheese, so there's always too much cheese. But my brother fucking eats Hot Pockets like they're fucking going out of style. It's like, oh my god, like Hot Pocket should like sponsor my brother.
Found a really good sandwich.
I'd rather like play with a real Hot Pocket, you know. But it's okay. Some people want to microwave their Hot Pockets. All right, Capricorn, let's see what's going on. You're like patient as fuck, I know. Well, you did get the King of Cups. Wow, this is a great card. I think that you are really in touch emotionally with what to do. Of course, they say like it's controlled emotion, but I would say that this is like confident emotion. Like you know how to deal with any emotion that's coming at you. And I think that even the missteps emotionally that have been in the past, or any kind of emotion that just doesn't seem to work or whatever, you have the power to deal with anything emotionally right now. And whether you got to deal with a hard thing and a beautiful thing, you have the power to deal with them all. And I think that that's very important, especially in the times that we've been in for you, the emotional stuff. But you're going to have to deal with the big emotions and be responsible for them and have control over them too. You did pull the Magician as your challenge, though. Look at her doing some lines.
Yeah, both those cards, that people look like they're having a fucking blast.
That's a blast, I guess. I mean, was back in the day for me, but...
Well, I mean, to each their own. They look like they're having a lot of fun, both of them.
Yeah. Although, is that... No, it says cocaine. I was like, did it say codeine? I was like, are they trying to at least be nicer or something? I don't know. But I would say that, that's what's missing here, is that you're going to have to be confident emotionally even when things are not aligned divinely for you. So don't keep forcing something that is not in alignment. And that's going to be your emotional control this week of like, hey, where am I trying to put magic where it's not magic? That'd be like, baby powder instead of what was legal. And then, when was Coca-Cola doing Coke?
Good question. Let me see.
1890, 1880, something like that. You did pull the Wold card up right. This is about, these are all big, great cards. So I think it's going to be a great week for you. I just think it's like anything that's not working out divine, let it go and go towards where the world's trying to kind of turn you over into a better world. That, this card does have, even though they're in a bunker on the moon, as the earth is just being destroyed, at least, they're safe there because there's no zombies. Although, did they carry the zombie virus with them? I think that this just means overall that, things that aren't working in chapters that are being changed over, they've come to an end and it's a new, better world for you, and have that confidence. And if it's not magical, that's why it's happening. You pulled the 8 of Swords. Look at that. That is the card where you were bound and trapped. And I think that it's a toxic situation where you're trying to make something that you think is magical and it's not magical happen. You can't. It's not going to work out. And that It makes you sick. It doesn't make you feel good. I think that you're getting out of traps of things that you think are magic that have lost their magic, or you entered into magic because you were high on fucking something, and then it turned out to be toxic. That happens. I mean, especially when I was a raver, you know, like, oh my God, I was on E, and fucking next thing you know, you're beautiful, and I'm in a cuddle puddle, we're making out, and then I'm on a plane to your fucking city, and then next thing I know, it doesn't work out. I lived my 20s. Lord of the King of Cups reversed with the King of Cups upright. What is going on here? You're afraid to step into that confident place. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to deal with like those emotions. You almost want the emotion to be a little bit chaotic and crazy, but that's not the way to be. I would say that I get a King of Cups reversed on a King of Cups upright. You have to find control because things are out of control because you're trying to make magical stuff happen that's toxic, that's not working out. And it's just toxic because you're feeling trapped. Could be because you're getting sick from it too, or it could be that, you know, there was some drugs in there and maybe you're drugged up. Or you got into it drugged up. Those are signs. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like, I think what it is like you need to start to value the changing of the world that you're at with your relationship life to go on. And I think that maybe you might be too hyper focused on this being some ultimate world situation that is the ultimate world you want, even though it's not working that way. The magic's not fully coming together. You know, you can feel high off it, but it leaves you feeling empty. You know what I mean? And that's what you need to control. This is like an addiction to some sort of situation that you have to break. You pulled the Earth card with the lunar eclipse of change. Yeah, it's the physical reality changing and values changing and plans changing and self-worth. And even more importantly, it's changing the reality. It's like this is an emotional kind of confrontation, or a lunar eclipse is definitely an emotional change in your personal life, that your personal emotions are definitely needing a change and to move away from a toxic situation that actually is just an addiction within yourself to somebody that's not panning out or working out. And if it's your lover and your husband or your wife or something like that, there's definitely a lot that needs to be fixed. And where's the toxic situation, and where's the places that you're feeling sick from it and trapped and bound, and you need to work on those and have control emotion instead of getting too crazy about it. But it's going to play out however it plays out. You did pull the North Node in Libra in the 7th house. Yeah, you need to focus on balanced relationship, like actual real relationship. You can't be playing with half-ass shit or shit, you know, where it's kind of independent. Like, you want relationship, and if it's not relationship, it's not going to happen. So why continue to do something that's not a relationship if it's not a relationship? Like, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, it needs to be a form of detox, you know, detoxing yourself from the relationship, detoxing your partner, potentially. You know, it's too long that we allow these toxicities to kind of build up into our body, and at some point it just overtakes us, and we can no longer exist anymore on the plane that we were. And that's not about kind of detaching yourself from yourself, because that's not going to be beneficial at all. When you step outside of yourself, there's no realization as to what's going on internally, and that's where that original groundwork needs to be laid. You know, that foundation needs to be strong, needs to be sturdy, needs to be able to know where you're going to be going, and that you're able to stand on it, and that your partner's going to be able to stand on it and lean on you as well. But if there isn't that trust, if there isn't that foundation, you know, whether that is that you rushed into the relationship, or whether there was some sort of substance that you got into that, because that can be fun in the very beginning, but there's no actual truth to it. There's no actual realization of who you are and who your partner is going to be. And then all of a sudden you realize again that you don't know each other, and you don't know yourself, because you've lost that piece of who you actually were by not actually living with inside yourself, and just kind of in that exterior world, just swirling around in the atmosphere up there, not knowing what the hell's going on. So step back, take a little time for yourself, get back in, figure it out, progress forward.
I'm not going to go there. I think that you're right, because there's no like, you got to stand back and see what the hell's going on. You can get like entranced in many ways, and then especially like, I don't know, there's been some times in my life during Venus retrogrades, like I got entranced over a person before, and then I was just like, what the fuck? Like, this is the opposite of me. I had a fucking girl once that I dated who called me a glam DJ. And I tried to do the I'm going to date another DJ thing,